back out on the chicken coop. Gotta attach these runners. Well, I already did. Attach the runners over there along the sides. But I had more of this, so I'm just doing an extra measure up underneath this angle that I cut up so it slides along the ground better for if we ever move it. So using these screws here on the bottom. These tan ones are rated for outdoor and pressure treated. And these black ones aren't rated for outdoor. This right here, the sheathing, will come over and cover this up. So that's why I'm using the different screws. So I'm going to do that on all four corners. I have it jacked up so I can get underneath it. I'll lower it down, go to the other side, do the same thing. And then continue on with squaring this up. Show you where we're at so far. Got a good coat of paint on this. It's messy on the outside, but on the inside, got 2 coats of white paint over most of it. And then the outside here where you saw before will be covered in the sheathing, so not as critical. And then I got the header on that side. I used a 2x12 just to get the clearance between the bottom of the rafter tails and the door opening, which is over here. I wanted to make sure there was no interference with the door being able to open all the way and the bottom of the rafter tails. So there's a 2x12 on this side and just a 2x6 doubled up on that side. This is doubled up too. And that gives me a good angle for the roof for snow and rain shed, and like I said, to clear by the door there. So next step is going to be squaring everything up, and then I can start putting the sheathing on. Progress on the next side. I got these 2 sheets on over here. Got the next sheet lined up. I'm going to do this long side now. And it was a little bit out of square. Measured corner to corner, just like you see that strap. And it was out. So I did that. It was a little bit long that way, the way the strap's running. So you wrap that around there on the bottom on one side and go over to the top on the other side. And just pull tension until your numbers match from that corner to that corner and that corner to that corner. Once you got that, you know you're square, and you can start your sheathing. And once the sheathing is on there, then that will be your solid bridging all the way across. That will hold that from going back the way it was or just blowing all over the place. Inside the chicken coop this morning, doing a little bit of cleanup work because last night I got the rest of the roof panels on. Still got that side, the gable ends, and the high side to finish, but you can see behind me there, that's what's going to go on the high side. So that's the south facing wall. So that's the way that most of the sun's going to come in, and I'm hoping I have enough of an overhang that in the winter time, the sun's underneath the overhang. But in the summertime, when it's up higher in the sky, my plan is to have the overhang blocking the sunlight from going in through that opening. So that's the plan with that. I'm just going to sweep out some of these leaves in here now that I have a roof on. Hopefully we have less mess in here, and then I can show you real quick what we have going on in the rest of this. Okay, I'll do a quick walk around. So I got all the sides up except for that one right there. That's a piece that I'm going to use for the doors. So this is all done. We're still trying to figure out exactly how we're going to lay this out. But this high side here, like I said, you can just barely see where are they? Those panels there sticking up. Those are going to go on this side. For this year, they're going to be fastened to that wall. But then I'm going to buy heat activated actuators for greenhouse and make windows that'll open up if it gets too hot in there. So I come around to the back side here. You can see there's gaps still. I have to put some trim up on all the corners, close all that in. Here's the back side of it. Like I said, we got all the roofing on last night, but I still have to do some finishing trim and finish the soffits, close all that in. Go inside real quick. Like I said, there's the roofing panels. Big old bucket of white paint. We're going to try and paint the whole inside of this, make it a little bit easier to clean. Here's where we're going to have the doors. We're going to do Dutch doors, so we can have, like, we're going to build like a hardware cloth screen door in there, so we can open up the bottom half or the top half, let air in, but still have it be secure. We're not sure what we're going to do on the ends yet. We want to make sure we have ventilation, so I don't really want to close those off all the way. But we gotta obviously figure something out to keep it weather tight. Over here on this end, away from the door, we're gonna have our roosting bars going across there, and the bottom here, or on both ends, is gonna open up to make it so we can clean out all underneath the roosting bars to make clean out easier. We're just not exactly sure which way we're going to do it. If we open up that end, we'd have to either push from the inside or scrape from the outside. But this side, if we do on the ends, maybe I'll just push it straight through with a big rake. So, we might do it that way. And then we're going to have a chicken door over here, maybe. Some nest boxes might go there. And then we might build a brooder in here somewhere, but I'm not sure where yet. There's the rest of some of the wood that I got, so all my screws. So that's where we're at so far on the chicken coop project. We're almost ready to move chickens in.